Well, best-selling author Lisa Unger has done it again. Her newest book, Crazy Love You, is a page-turning psychological thriller that will have you looking over your shoulder. Lisa joins me this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Okay, now I want to grab this book. Thank you, Marie. I want to show you when I read a book, I start to fold the pages. Don't get mad at me.
No, I love this. I love this.
Fold the pages if I really love the writing, and I'm like, oh, I love how she said that. And I go, Roxanne, you have to stop folding pages because I'm ruining the book.
No,
but
I
it's
love
a sign
that.
of how much I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. That's wonderful. I appreciate that.
So, and I just saw, first of all, it is a, I'm out of breath. I just ran in really fast. It is a psychological thriller, and it has you on the edge of your seat. But first, let's talk about the character Ian Payne, because from what I understand, this is the first time you've written in the voice of a guy.
Yeah, it is. And it's funny because I usually always know exactly what the germ is for a novel. Like I always have this zap, and then it leads me to a lot of research, and then there's a voice. But in this case, it was just Ian's voice, and it was a very like sort of unstable, edgy voice. I knew he had a lot of dark things going on, and he had some problems that needed to be addressed. So I just started following his voice through the narrative of Crazy Love You, and that's pretty much how it works for me for every novel.
It's funny though, because I read a lot of books, both male and female voices. But as I was reading this, I'm like, wow, how did she do that? Because you really do, that's how you think the inner workings of someone like Ian would be. But tell us a little more about his character.
Well, he has a really dark past, naturally.
Of course.
And he's sort of risen above that. He's kind of, moved beyond and sort of found his passion and his success. And he's, in this new life, living his dream pretty much. But he's got these sort of tendrils that are pulling him back towards these sort of darker elements of his personality. And one of these is a childhood friend by the name of Press.
How did you come up with that idea? Because I like the whole, okay, there's this person in your life that you were, when you were a kid, maybe they were your friend, but now as an adult you kind of outgrow them, and she's this really sexy, vivacious, always getting him in trouble female character. Where did she come from?
Well, I guess I wish I knew where my characters come from. I think I've stopped sort of thinking of them as people that I create and started thinking of them as people that I meet. And she was just part of what was going on with Ian. Like, it was his voice that I was sort of following through, and I just knew he had this relationship, this sort of conflict in a way between the dark side of his personality and the light side of his personality. The part of him that's, still very attached to Pris and all of her dark appetites, and yet starting to turn towards Megan, who's the girl that he meets, and how she's like the good girl, the one who he could take home to his parents if that was a possibility. So, yeah, it was just sort of exploring that conflict for him.
And I know your readers will be happy to see the element of the hollows in the book as well. You always love to go back there.
I do.
That's a made-up place, though.
It is. It's a made-up place, which makes it no less real for me. And it's sort of first turned up in a book entitled Fragile, and it's evolved over a series of books set there. And the Hollows, has a personality in a way for me, and it has an agenda, and it means something different to every character who experiences it. So I keep going back there to figure out what does it want.
What's going on there? Sure. So as I was coming inside from our segment outdoors, I saw your husband. He was walking through the hall, so I met him. So this is a total compliment to you, but is he nervous at night while he's sleeping? I mean, got quite the fertile imagination.
So. I think he might be the only one in the world who truly understands how my mind works.
I'm sure he's very proud of you.
I don't think it's too scary.
That's funny. So you've been getting great reviews, but what's some of the other feedback that you've gotten from readers?
I think, one thing that I've heard a couple times is that everybody is always excited that when they open the cover, they're not sure what it's going to be, that every book has its own unique personality and its own special energy. And I've heard that a couple times, and it means a lot to me because, I would sort of try to bring something new every time I sit down at my desk, and I'm glad that that's translating for my readers.
It's so true. There's surprises on every page. You're not a cookie-cutter author at all, so we never know what's going to happen.
Thank you.
So you're doing something special for your readers on Valentine's Day, or as part of Valentine's Day.
I am. I've partnered with William Dean, who I'm sure everybody knows who William Dean is, the most wonderful chocolate maker. And he's doing some special heart-shaped candies for some of my readers. So if they buy the book by Valentine's Day and visit my website to let me know they did, they can be entered to win one of these very very special boxes of chocolate that he's created for Crazy Love You and Valentine's Day.
Cute. They go hand in hand.
Exactly.
So we're always excited to talk about Crazy Love You, but anything else on the horizon that you can give us a little peek into? What do you take a break in between?
I don't. I never take a break. I can't. There's too many stories in my head. So I'm working on, my next novel, and I'm also working on my first YA project.
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah, so it's all
That's
sort of
exciting.
works in progress, like nothing I can really talk about yet, but, I'm at my keyboard where I belong most of the time.
Understood.
Yeah.
Do you write every day?
I do.
Every single day? You just don't take a break because the characters stay fresh that way?
Most days, obviously I have a young daughter, so I a lot of times write around her schedule, but my golden creative hours are sort of from 5 to noon, and if I can have those, I'm a happy camper. And if not, I'm sort of, I'm used to being a mom and, writing around my daughter's schedule, so I write, all the time, whenever there's time available to me.
Wonderful. We're so excited about your new book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you can meet Lisa Unger and get a signed copy of her book this coming Tuesday at Inkwood Books at 7 p.m. And for more information, just go to inkwoodbooks.com. Thanks so much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Hey, up next, we're going to learn how to make a Valentine's Day dessert that will be the perfect stay-at-home treat. You don't want to miss that. But first, here's your job news, USA Job Board of the Day. Take a look.